If you're someone who is spiritual or just interested in spirituality and would like to learn more when it comes to protecting yourself, enhancing your energy, and so on, then you are on the right place because I'm gonna teach you that with some of my personal, ultra specific things that I do. So that's pretty much for the intro. Otherwise, hello divas and welcome to Soul Savage Podcast, where we talk about self-development, mindset, soul cooking, aka just embracing the best version of ourselves, our highest self. And if you're a sensitive, emotional body, welcome to the club. I am one of them as well. And we fully embrace that. So the first step is connected to the tarot deck. It's basically like anytime when I'm having an important meeting or I have a job interview, and basically it is kind of important for me, I always take the star card. Just a second, I'm gonna show it to you. Look how pretty it is! It's so cool, so pretty. I love the star card. The reason why I always take the star card is because it symbolizes hope, it symbolizes authenticity, shining bright, healing, faith in the universe. And I also feel that anytime I have this card, I'm just like, today I am universe's favorite. So I always take it, and I will recommend you to do the same. Anytime I took this card, this might be also placebo effect, I honestly don't know, but I'm not gonna be fixing what is working, okay? Anytime when I took the card with me, it worked. The meeting that I had with the person was great, or the interview turned out very well. So give it a shot. Try it by yourself or take a different tarot card. Like, always ask yourself where is kind of the struggle that you need the help with. Because for me personally, I kind of usually get a little bit stagnant with myself. I feel that I'm not shining authentically, that I'm not being myself, especially when I'm having the job interviews. Like, I'm just, I don't know what to say. What do you want to hear? I mean, you saw my CV, right? So anytime when I take the star card, it really helps me to release that tension and to get rid of any doubts and just believing in the best. I honestly haven't heard about it from anyone else on social media. So if you're gonna give it a shot, or if you tried it, did it by yourself before, then let me know how it worked for you. I would love to hear your experience. Now we're gonna move for the second point, and that's checking my astrological transits. If you know me a little bit better, you know that I love astrology. I am such a big astrology fan, literally astrology hoe, if I'm gonna say it in this way. I love astrology so much, and I truly believe that it can help you with your life in the immersed way. Like, if you learn about your moon sign, your sun sign, your rising sign, it is kind of like a little cheat code for life. And I remember myself when I heard about it for the first time, I was just like, hell nah, this is not possible. Like, why would I be checking, I don't know, my rising sign? For what? Now, as I'm getting older, I'm learning more and more and more about it, and I'm more passionate about it every single day. And when I started learning about transits, aka how the planets are transiting through your houses, through the areas of your life, it really helped me to navigate some moments or some circumstances that were in my life, and I just kind of knew why this is happening. But as an example, which is kind of crazy example, is that in September 2026 there was happening an eclipse season, and it was happening in my 10th house, which is the house of career and reputation, and then in the 4th house, which is the house of home, inner safety, and so on. What happened was that I lost my job and I moved away from the country where I used to live. There was the time when I was like, oh my god, I believe in astrology more than any time before, and I kind of was expecting it since I checked the eclipse like 2-3 months before. I was like, oh yeah, this actually may happen, and it did happen actually, which was surprising, not in the best way possible, not gonna lie. But yeah, life goes on, and I was really happy and glad that I knew that this may happen because I prepared myself emotionally for that. And we're gonna talk about astrology a little bit more, especially about the rising sign and the Venus sign. I would really encourage you to calculate your chart. You can go to astroseek.com or to astrocharts. I'm gonna leave the link down below so you can calculate it. It's completely free, you don't pay for anything. That's gonna show you where is your Venus sign and where is your rising sign. Your rising sign is literally you, your identity, the way how you see the world, the outer energy that shines through you. And Venus is the planet of beauty, fashion, aesthetic, and what makes you magnetic. If I'm gonna put myself here as an example, I am a Gemini rising with Cancer Venus. As a Gemini rising, I see the world as something that there is always a lot of stuff to explore, that I don't know anything, and I kind of want to be a walking internet. Not gonna lie, you know, I feel that everyone who has Gemini placements or who is a Gemini rising as well, that all of us guys, we can agree upon the fact that there is always something to discover and that we love random things, a lot of random facts and so on. And it's one of the traits that I love about myself. Also that I'm here to be talking about the things. There's gonna be a lot of communication happening in my life, that I'm gonna be the messenger, maybe a teacher, but I would put teacher more on the Sagittarius people, and Geminis, I think they're more as a messenger, but it's for another discussion. Long story short, talking is gonna be one of my main things in life, and sharing my perspectives, my opinions, and so on and so on. And with my Cancer Venus, my magnetism is in the way that people feel safe with me, that I know how to create safe and joyful spaces. Not joyful in the way as, for example, Sagittarius is, like, not in the crazy way, but that you go there, you spend the time with me, or like watching my video or listening to me, I don't know, and you're just like, yeah, I feel good, I feel understood, I get that. And if I combine those two energies together, I'm just like talking, sharing my perspective, sharing a lot of things around, but yet at the same time, I do have the emotional depth and I do have the logical and emotional understanding. If you learn about your rising sign and your Venus sign, I'm telling you, oh my god, you are unlocking another part of yourself. I'm gonna leave here some of my favorite astrologers here on the screen. If you guys are listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, you should come to the YouTube video. You're gonna find it here exactly. But the astrologers that I'm gonna be sharing here, those are the astrologers that I fully trust. I love their content. I love what they're saying, what they're sharing. And it's kind of not the astrology content is just like here to grab your attention and to kind of get you brainwashed. Because that's something what I've seen with a lot of astrologers, and I low-key don't support that. So just be aware of it, because some astrologers or people who create astrology content can really do this to you, or talking badly about your placements, which is another thing. If you find about your placement that is like talked about as a bad placement, that doesn't mean that the placement is bad. So just be aware of that some people might be talking about this in this way. So please don't be listening to that, and be aware of the astrologers that you're learning from. You see that I'm very passionate about that, at least I hope so. If you don't, I can see it in myself, definitely. So we're gonna go to the next point, and that's listening to subliminals. For those who don't know what subliminals are, we talk about an audio where our sentences, aka affirmations, that just go immediately to your subconscious mind. You cannot hear it, but your subconscious can. You can find a lot of them on YouTube. However, do a little research about the creators, because not every single creator has a good reputation and not every single creator is putting good affirmations. So before you start listening to the subliminals, check the creator. And the subliminals serve you to transform some of your subconscious patterns or beliefs that are stopping you from achieving the goal that you want. Let's say that you want to transform your self-concept and you want to become more confident. So you start listening to subliminals which are connected to confidence. However, in order to change that belief or that thought that is rooted in your subconscious mind, you need to be consistent. I'm not gonna be lying to you guys, I don't listen to subliminals every single day. I listen to like 3-4 times in a week, but that works perfectly for me. But I also think that as I'm getting older, my self-concept and the belief about myself is on a really good path. So that's also the reason why I feel I don't need to be listening to it all the time. So this is more like up to you how much you want to be listening. But if you're a beginner, or you know that your self-concept is not strongest, or that there are so many things that you want to change about yourself, or that there is like a belief that is like deeply rooted within your subconscious mind, that I would be listening to the subliminals every single day. And now we're gonna be talking about energy, my favorite part, honestly. I feel that every single point today is actually my favorite part, so yeah. But anyway, I am aware what I consume energetically. What do I mean by that? I do not consume energy that is taking me, dragging me down. And I talk about the environment, people, but also food, honestly. You need to realize that everything is energy, and whatever energy you consume, that's the energy that you're taking within yourself. So if you have, for example, a toxic boyfriend who treats you literally like a piece of shit, that's gonna influence your energy and your frequency state as well. So this is your reminder that if you're surrounded by people who are not the nicest to you, who are using you, who are nasty towards you, please cut them off. I know that this is very dependable on the individual case, but if you can, please get rid of those people. If you can change the city, go and change the city. Wherever you want to go, wherever you feel called to, then please do it for yourself, because you're living for yourself. So yeah, do whatever you're called to and make sure that the energy that you consume is good and is helping you to be the best version of yourself, and that you feel good, of course. The next point is intuition over words. Your intuition always knows the best, and you should be listening to your intuitive self every single damn time. People around you, they don't know what's the best for you. Your intuition, which is your inner compass, knows the best every single damn time. I'm gonna say here one of my examples that happened to me many years ago when I was a teenager, and it was basically that I met a guy, we were getting along, and we were just like, let's go out. So we went out. I remember him that he was inviting me to his house. If I'm like thirsty, that he can give me like water or something. I was like, no thank you, I think I'm just gonna go home. And he asked like 3 times, which was already kind of weird, not gonna lie, because already for the first time I said no, I'm just gonna go home. I live close by and I can get my water by myself. And he was like, no, like stay, it's gonna be okay, come on, like you can just grab the water, like it's not a big deal. I was like, no thank you, I'm just gonna go home. And also intuitively, already when he asked me for the first time, I was like, there is something off, like something that is not saying like, hell yeah, go into his house and grab the water. A year after, it turned out he was inviting their girls. Already during that time, he had a girlfriend and he was cheating on her with another girls. This is your reminder. Always listen to your intuition in any single case. Always, always, always. Because your intuition knows the best. Especially if you're a woman, your intuition is one of the biggest powers that you can have. So remember this. Get it rooted in your subconscious mind. Now we're gonna go back to energy again, to energy protection and what you energetically consume. I personally don't listen to the artists that give off a really strange vibe, just the vibe that I feel it's not resonating with mine, or I feel they have something negative within themselves. I'm not gonna be specifically naming mine. I'm just gonna say that some of the big names I just don't listen to because I don't feel that they're good people, that there is something good about them. Like the vibe is so off, and I really do believe that if you're listening to their songs, you're literally taking their energy as well. With some songs, when I was listening to them on repeat, I started feeling kind of off. I was not feeling like myself. I felt that my light was dimmed. Maybe this is gonna sound really strange to you, but I'm someone who's very sensitive. And like, if I walk into the room, I already and immediately know what vibe, what energy, what atmosphere is within that space. When it comes to the songs, if I'm listening to an artist that has the energy that I do not resonate with, the energy that feels negative, really off to me, it gets transmuted into their songs. And from those songs, I don't want to be absorbing it. So this is kind of like for your information, that you should be also aware that that energy can be transmuted through the songs as well. And I don't believe that every single artist has the good intention and the good vibe that is getting into their music. And the last point, I always take my time to recharge. If you want to use astrology for this, check your moon sign, because your moon sign is about your feelings, emotions, your inner world, what emotionally fulfills you, but also what emotionally triggers you. And it also talks about the way how you can recharge. I'm a person who loves socializing. I'm a person who loves going out and being with people and talking to new people and so on. But at the same time, I do need my alone time. So anytime when I'm just like, oh yeah, I feel kind of off, my social battery is off, I'm having like all these emotions, the energy and vibe on myself from other people, because I do take energies and emotions of others like a sponge. I really do take time to recharge in solitude through just taking the nap or writing, journaling, creating something, sometimes drawing. I'm not the best person when it comes to drawing, but I just do take my time, as much time as I need. Sometimes I do need a whole day, sometimes I do need 20 minutes. It's different every single time, but I always make sure that I make some time every single day to recharge and to be only with myself. Again, if you would like to know exactly what helps you to recharge, check your moon sign. It's gonna make your life much easier, not gonna lie. Or just, ask yourself intuitively, how do I recharge? What do I need in order to be myself again, full of energy and being fully my authentic self? Then the last point is connected to Mondays, and I call Mondays Moondays. And the reason why I call Monday Moondays is because Monday is ruled by the moon. Again, the moon is connected to our feelings, emotions, and also, as a little paradox, the reason why we usually don't want to go to the work or we just don't want to start a new week like on Mondays is because Monday is for resting. This is my personal perspective. You can disagree with me, but Sunday is ruled by the sun, where you shine, embrace everything, and being just like, oh yeah, I'm a little shiny, sunny, and so on. Monday is ruled by the moon, and based on that, you should be more in your feminine, more in your soft energy. So I always take Mondays in a slow way. I don't try to rush or be just like, fast and start a week in the best way possible. Like, no, I personally don't see Mondays as the best start because, again, Monday is ruled by the moon. So I do take time to recharge. And as a little paradox and also observation at the same time, people are always just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna start on Monday. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna start it next week at the beginning of next week, aka Monday. And they're just like, oh well, I don't feel like doing it. I feel a bit passive. I feel that I need the time to recharge. And it's because Monday is ruled by the moon. I don't know who put it in social settings that we should be starting on Monday. To me, this kind of doesn't make sense. As a spiritual person, I don't kind of see like making this sense. I don't know, but this is more like for the discussion. Anyways, the way how I do it, and you can do it in any way as you want to and as you wish, but the way as I do it, I always make sure that Mondays are taken slowly, that I'm in my feminine, I take it more a little bit more in my passive way, if I'm gonna say it in this way. I do not rush the things, that I just do the things on my own speed, and that I'm okay with that. That was the last tip. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I have definitely more spiritual tips that I could share with you. So if you would like to see more of this stuff, don't forget to like this video. And if you would like to see more episodes about self-development, mindset, and more stuff like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I would love to see you here. I would love to have you here and become part of this little YouTube soft savage community. Also, if you'd like to see more from my life, don't forget to follow me on Instagram. Don't forget to follow me on TikTok. Would love to see you there as well. Otherwise, I'm gonna see you with the next video the next week. Bye!